This looks like a competition. 2 months ago, Itel launched the X18 for 65,000 Naira. Weeks later, Tecno launched the Pop 7 Pro with way better specifications for the same amount. As you can imagine, this did not go down well with Itel, so they launched the Itel A60 for the lowest possible price you can ever think about. This is the Itel A60 and the price is 46,000 Naira. With this amount, what you get is a device with 32 GB of internal storage and 2 GB of RAM. In this video, I'm going to test certain features of this device and tell you whether or not you should even bother yourself with it. Whatever the case, it will take a supernatural miracle for it to perform more than its price. 45,000 Naira bar, you get 45,000 Naira features as well. Even though Itel called it the most affordable 4G smartphone, let's keep our expectations low as we review every bit of it together. In the box, the device comes first. Packaged in the same way the phones in the Tecno Pop 6 series are packed. Itel also focused on the design of the label attached to the front of the phone. Here, there is a 500 MB data voucher from MTN instead of Airtel. More about that later. This is the bumper case with a very simple design. A 5-watt super slow charger, an expected USB 2.0 cable, and an earpiece for the poor masses. Before I proceed, I want to answer some questions from my subscribers regarding this A60. Some days ago, I posted a photo of this phone on YouTube and asked my subscribers to post what they want me to say in this video. Someone with the name Steve Owa asked, "I hope the spec will be better." Steve, the answer is no. Don't expect anything you will appreciate from a 46K device. Next, Sammy HD Movies want to know if it supports OTG. The answer is no, it does not support OTG. The last question came from Bamidele Sheun and he asked, "Is it a Type-C phone?" Again, the answer is no. It came with a USB 2.0 charging port and cable. On the design, it is exactly like the Tecno Pop 7 Pro. Same position for the cameras, flashlight and fingerprint scanner. The difference is that the edges in the camera section of the Pop 7 Pro are more rounded. Then the A60 has more textures. Irrespective of this, they have exactly the same feel when you hold them. I feel so tempted to do a comparison video between these two phones because they share the same design. If you think I should, let me know in the comment section. Just type compare, and if I get more than 10 comments, you win. I'll make the video. If you also think it's not worth comparing, you can also tell me in the comment section. Just type don't compare, and if I get one don't compare comment, I will minus one compare comment. Now let's get back to the design. The SIM slot is in the usual position and it supports 2 nano SIM cards and a memory card of up to 128 gig. At the bottom, there is a microphone, a charging port, and a speaker. The audio jack is at the top, and this is the usual location for most Itel devices, but not the best option. It is way more convenient to position it at the bottom so it can easily enter into the pocket when an earpiece is inserted. Did you even know that we usually place our phones inside our pockets upside down? Don't take my word for it. Pause this video, plug in an earpiece and try to put your phone inside your pocket. That is why it is not convenient to place the audio jack at the top of the phone. So far, there's no concrete reason to find fault with this design, and I can confidently say that it is better than Itel S18 Pro's design. The design is a go. Now let's see how long it takes to charge this battery from 0 to 100%. For me, the hardest part of every review video I make is the gaming part. Believe me, it's not an easy task to sign into a Google account on any new device being reviewed, go to Play Store to download a game, wait for it to install, and then play the game just to see how good the device is when it comes to gaming. But as difficult as that may sound, this charging test is going to be more difficult because I'll be charging a 5000 mAh battery with just 5-watt charger. This will be so frustrating because even with a 10-watt charger, it took the Itel S18 Pro over 2 hours to charge its 5000 mAh battery completely. So what can this 5-watt charger possibly offer? After charging for 30 minutes, we are still here. By 1 hour 30 minutes, it got here, and finally 100% after waiting for so long. When it comes to the charging of this device, it's a complete no-go. It is time to talk about what is not bad on this device, and that would be the display. It's a 6.6 inches display, big enough for watching movies, which is kind of the target for Itel. But there are a lot of things I guess Itel doesn't want us to know about the display, so there's no official specs as far as the display is concerned. But I found out unofficially that the display is made of IPS material with a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels. This is not bad at all, given that the price of this phone is insanely cheap. The only weakness here is that the sensitivity is a bit slow, so you might need to touch the screen a bit harder for a response. Good display anyway. As much as I hate talking about the bad side of every device, I can't actually avoid this. This is the performance test and it failed completely. From the time it takes to open the camera to the time it takes to open the YouTube app, the delay is so unacceptable. Even more annoying is the fact that ordinarily scrolling through contents lag. And this is happening at a time when nothing has been installed inside the phone. So what happens next after I install 1 or 2 games? And what happens when I download 10 movies inside the device? I guess it will be way more slower than I can imagine right now. Even worse is playing games on this device. It is actually something else. Normally, I won't even bother playing a game such as the Need for Speed on this device. But words sometimes are not enough to express a point. So after installing the game, I clicked on it to open it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I waited and waited and waited just to launch the game. My brothers and sisters, I'm still waiting. This is how far you can go on this device when it comes to gaming. Constant lagging, freezing and overheating. The bottom line is you can ever hardly play high-end games on this device. So there is an 8 megapixel dual camera at the back. I don't have much details about the second camera, but it's usually a QVGA camera, which has very low resolution. Pictures taken with this camera has nothing to be proud of. The problem is not that the 8 megapixel camera is not good enough. Itel A60 Pro also has an 8 megapixel back camera but offers way clearer pictures. So it must be the camera software and the processor of the phone. Finally, the front camera of probably 5 megapixel camera is also nothing to be proud of. Both the front and the back camera offers a lot of shooting modes which include Pro mode, Panorama, Night mode and Time-lapse mode. All these modes are completely useless because the footages from these cameras does not make much sense. The phone is cheap and a lot of people will be so excited over the price, probably because we are living in a tough economy right now. But in my own opinion, many who buy this phone because of the price will regret their decision in the end. I think it's best to buy the Itel A60 for 65,000 Naira. Finally, more recently, Itel have achieved quite a lot. They now have a phone that supports Type-C USB cable, side-mount fingerprint and RAM expansion. It's best to drive these achievements forward instead of focusing on underperforming devices. Let me know what you think in the comment. If you think Itel did a great job and I'm being overly critical, I want to know. The Itel S18 and S18 Pro review videos are on the screen right now. Click any of the 2 videos to watch and see you in my next video.